Yeah! Yeah! Hi! Cut! Sharp is the blade that draws blood. Anyways, welcome to a series in which I give very not serious buffs to the perks in Decaying Winter. Ready? Here we go. Also, if you couldn't tell, today's video is covering the Vagabond. Okay, let's get into it. You are the heir of a lost lineage of kings, and with your ancestral sword in hand, you're able to fearlessly charge any foe. Guess what this reference is in the comments. If you get it right, you can imagine your pat in the back. Pat in the back, that's what I'm going to say. In Decaying Winter terms, you no longer lose dog tags to enemy damage, and you also cannot be grappled, but only when your sword, Kira, is out. In other words, get ready to spam the crap out of F when in combat. You can press F to equip Kira, and then press R to quite literally parry bullets, cause, you know, we're not casuals. Wombo combo time, whammy lime, yes it is! Restoring HP around a Lazarus grants bonus HP restored, meaning less dog tags used. Just don't let the Lazarus know that you're kind of stealing some supplements, just don't tell them that I told you that, so yeah. Albeit not willing to admit it, the Vagabond has always wanted to try the Drifter's Dreadblade, and has finally found their chance. Vagabonds can now pick up Dreadblades from fallen Drifters and use them. The damage is the same, the dog tags are the same, but Vagabonds do not get the teleport until they reach 10 dog tags. At 10 dog tags, they can teleport just like the Drifter. So I guess this is kind of a perk combo? Yay. Also, by the same damage, I mean it's the same damage as the Drifter, and that is the Vagabond. So yeah, balance be really good. You know, we've got the Executioner as an actual weapon, not the perk, but the actual weapon. So let's just make it so the Kira can be a main weapon for the Vagabond, similar to how the Orgre's Hand is for the Apostle. Having Kira as a main weapon increases the max damage to 120. This also means that you can shove and parry with Kira, doing 20 damage upon shoving, and can be amplified to 32 damage with the Ballistic Dagger, and maybe even a bit more with the melee damage increase trait. Also, parrying with the Kira results in the enemy getting stabbed in a short animation where the Kira deflects the enemy's attack and runs their blade through the enemy's stomach. Kinda graphic, but this is Decaying Winter. We see things every day. Also, let's say it gives you 2 dog tags because parries are cool. More perk combos! The Immolator can set Kira on fire permanently. This fire causes damage over time, similar to the fire bombs, and deals bonus damage against demons and or right-gone shadows. It really depends on where you are, honestly, and makes enemies more prone to do basic attacks instead of grapples or dodges because they've never seen a person crazy enough to fight with a burning sword, and are terrified not only of Kira but of the person who would, in their right mind, be willing to fight with a frickin' burning sword. I wouldn't. The Vagabond can take a combat stance, hold it for at least 5 seconds, and dash forward in an instant. The closest enemies are stunned, and the further the enemy, the more damage they take, up to 100. If holding 20 or more dog tags, the Vagabond can stand still, press F, and reflect any incoming gunfire or melee attacks within a 10-foot radius for at least the next 5 seconds. We'll go with dealing 2 times the damage because enemies get overcocky and attack recklessly when they see a person just immediately give up. But when a person gives up is when they're most dangerous. Or animals, it goes both ways. Targeting the head of an enemy when attacking with Kira will behead most scabs besides the sledge and those more powerful than it. In other words, it's actually worth it to aim with things that aren't just guns. I mean, you do have to aim melee weapons, but come on, you're usually up so close you're not gonna miss, and if you do miss, then yeesh. Learning the ways of the beast. A Vagabond can stick Kira into the ground and scan for enemies' heartbeats in a 20-foot radius, and again, enemies will only be heard auditorily, or audibly. What's the word for that? I don't know, but wear headphones, because this is how the ability works. Perk combo? If there are more than 2 Vagabonds, Kira swing speed and Kira damage potential is increased. Effects are increased or decreased based on the number of Vagabonds on the field. You know, actually, a perk that relied on the numbers of it would actually be kind of cool. You can switch Kira out for Kiri and To, a shorter version of the Kira and a parry dagger. Kiri works the same way as Kira, but To can be used to parry enemies when you're attacking with Kiri. This way you're not completely vulnerable when swinging like a madman. You've trained so long with falling logs, child ghosts, and men wearing goblin masks that you can now one-shot metal piles to get all the scraps out, and items as well. Instantly. And if you train hard enough, you can cut through walls on the map, such as through mountain. And if you train really hard, like Eye of the Tiger montage hard, you can cut through the lab because shortcuts! Anyways, these are just some very balanced ideas that I've definitely tried out. Hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day and or night and your morning and or evening and or midnight. Bye-bye!
Hey, subscribe. You don't have to, but you should. Hey, yeah. Ah!